Construction worker died after a wall collapsed on them in Naranganj. Witnesses said work for demolishing the old part of a house owned some Chamnia at Shantinibash area was going on for reconstruction. Lamia, Laboni and Nima, three daughters, local resident Saiful Islam, were playing in the area beside the house. They died on the spot as the wall of the house suddenly collapsed on them at around 11 a.m. on Monday. Construction workers Mustafa, Sadiq and Yusuf were critically injured at the time. Mustafa succumbed to his injuries after he was taken to Dhaka Medical College Hospital. Police said the house owner, Chanmia, and the contractor have remained at large. The arguments of the state in the 21 August grenade attack case has begun. The date for pronouncement of the verdict will be fixed after the completion of the trial process. During placing arguments, State Counsel Advocate Syed Rizanur Rahman said the incident took place as continuation of the incident on August 15 of 1975. Local and foreign militant groups have incited the incident. The deposition of the state ended on May 30 and 225 witnesses gave deposition. A total of 24 people, including late President Zillur Rahman's wife Ivy Rahman, died and several hundred people were hurt in the gruesome grenade attack on August 2021 in 2004 on an anti-terrorism rally organized by the Awami League in capital's Bangabandhu Avenue during the rule of BNP Jamaat Alliance government. The main target of the heinous attack was the then opposition leader Sheikh Hasina. The trial process of the case against 6 Gaibantha men, including a Jamaat-e-Islami leader, Abdul Aziz, for crimes against humanity, has been completed and the verdict will be delivered any day. A 3-member bench headed by International Crimes Tribunal Chairman Justice Mohammad Shahinur Islam passed the order on Monday. The case was filed against the Jamaat leader with Sundarganj police station in Gaibantha in September of 2009. Abdul Aziz, who had led the local Rajakars during the Liberation War in 1971, is facing different charges, including torture, setting house on fire. Earlier, the case was kept awaiting for verdict. On October 11, the ICT was reshuffled through the appointment of 2 judges. On October 12, the arguments of the case were placed. Today was the last day for finishing arguments of the case. The Cabinet has finally approved the Sheikh Hasina National Youth Development Institute Act. The decision was made at the regular Cabinet meeting on Monday morning by Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina in the chair. Cabinet members and others concerned officials were present at the regular meeting held at the Prime Minister's office. General Secretary of Awami League, Obaidul Qadir, was in the limelight for last 1 year, terming the outsiders in the ruling Awami League as crow, hybrid and farm chicken. Although the Awami League leader at the time talked about expelling such outsiders from Awami League, no visible action has so far been seen in this regard. Leaders and activists of the party from all levels think Obaidul Qadir, who came to top leadership of the country from the grassroots, will honor the confidence of the party president bestowed upon him through his work. Ensuring food security will be difficult if rice production is not increased, taking into consideration climate change and huge demand for rice. Experts made the observation at a seminar on rice production in capital's ACI Center on Monday morning. ACI Limited organized the seminar. People who spoke at the seminar emphasized on finding proper species of rice suited to the environment of the country and that would also fulfill the demand. They said many farmers are now getting attracted towards rice production with the hope of earning good profit. However, that is not good enough to meet the demand of the country. They emphasize on reaching the modern technology at the doorsteps of the farmers to resolve the problem. 8, including 7 of the family, were injured in a gas cylinder explosion in capital's Demra. The injured have been admitted to the burn unit of Dhaka Medical College Hospital. The people who suffered burn injuries are Mohammad Alamgir, his wife Firdausi, sons Iman, Shipon, Tafin and nephew Tufan, his wife Rotna, and also the manager of the house, Arif. Rotna has 46% burn injury and Arif and Shipon have 20% burn injury. According to eyewitnesses, the incident occurred due to explosion of a gas cylinder with a big bang at around 3 a.m. Monday, and people of the house suffered burn injuries as they were asleep. Public Administration Minister Syed Ashraful Islam's wife Sheila Islam is no more. She breathed her last at a London hospital at Bangladesh time 10 a.m. on Monday. She had been suffering from cancer. Indian origin, Sheila Islam was born and grew up in London. She was a teacher. Awami League sources said she will be laid to rest in London. Awami League President Sheikh Hasina and General Secretary Obaidul Qadir have condoled her death. U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson says Saudi Arabia is not willing to begin direct talks to resolve the Gulf diplomatic crisis, as its Qatari counterpart Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdul Rahman Al Thani expressed frustration over the behavior of the four countries blockading Qatar. The diplomats made the comment on Sunday during Tillerson's visit to Qatar, where he arrived following a stop in Saudi Arabia as part of a new push to end the months-long dispute. In a joint news conference with Mohammed bin Abdul Rahman in Qatar's capital Doha, Tillerson said he is not hopeful Saudi Arabia is willing to enter discussions to resolve the crisis. On June 5, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Egypt and Bahrain cut diplomatic ties with Qatar and imposed a land, air and sea blockade on their Gulf neighbor, accusing it of financing terrorism and maintaining too close of ties to their regional rival, Iran. Doha denies the allegations. Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe has promised strong countermeasures against North Korea after winning a decisive victory in Sunday's election. Abe has called on early election for a greater mandate to deal with crisis, including the growing threat from Pyongyang, which has fired missiles over Japan in recent months. His ruling coalition has retained a two-thirds majority in parliament. This paves the way for Abe to amend Japan's post-war-pacifist constitution. The Prime Minister has previously called for the existence of the country's armed forces to be formalized, a controversial move which he said is needed to strengthen Japan's defense, but which critics say is a step towards remilitarization. Shajib Wajid Joy is delivering his speech at the Hotel Lakeshore. We will take you there right now.
মন্ত্রীর বিরুদ্ধে কেস, তারপর শেষ কেসটি ছিল সেই ক্যানাডিয়ান কোম্পানি লাভালে, তাদের এক্সিকিউটিভদের বিরুদ্ধে কেস। তো এই শেষ রায় যেখানে কানাডার আদালত বলে যে এই যে তথ্য এটি হচ্ছে গুজব, আদালত কিন্তু ঠিক এই কথা দিলেন তার রায়। তবে সেই রায় দেওয়ার আগে কিন্তু যারাই ছিল তাদের বিরুদ্ধে কেসগুলো কিন্তু খালাস হয়ে গেছিল এক এক করে, একটি কেসও টিকে নেয়। তো এই গুজবের উপর ভরসা করে এত বড় কেস, এত বড় ষড়যন্ত্র কিভাবে আসে? ইতিহাস আপনারা অনেকেই জানেন, কিছু কথা আপনারা জানেন না, কারণ সেগুলো কোনোদিন খবরে আসে। সেই কথাগুলি আমি আজকে আপনাদের বলতে চাই, জানাতে চাই। আপনারা জানেন যে ষড়যন্ত্র কোথা থেকে শুরু হয়। 2009 সালে ক্ষমতায় আমরা যখন সরকার গঠন করি, আমাদের আওয়ামী লীগ সরকার, তারপরে নরওয়ের একটি টেলিভিশন চ্যানেল তারা তদন্ত করে আবিষ্কার করে